Here's Goff. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Tonight, 120. Coming to you, coming to you.
On second down, here's Penny. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff over the middle. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joe Schobert. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the script.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So after that 4th down stop, Charles, you said it was almost guaranteed points the other way. Indeed, they do cash in, but only 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They got the points, but it should have been more. With that type of field position, the setup that they had, I think it was almost a loss for them that they only got 3 instead of pushing across the line for a touchdown.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Rashad Penny. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know they've got his man complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 3rd, Goff, looking deep downfield, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53, check 53.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorites.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Onyemata able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Second and 14. Finding room at the 30. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Succop. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now Goff on first down. And Thomas has it. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Gone. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with Penny. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. Jones has it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Goff now looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
58, come on. 58.
They'll drop the throw. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tony Pollard there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
27 yards there, a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Goff. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be second down. Delayed give to Sproles. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Rashad Penny. His second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
2nd and 3. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 10, a little under a minute 50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Draw play. This is Sproles. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. On second down and 4, Goff. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They go play action here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tony Pollard there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win in terms of staying.
game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke. Dog. You don't want. I put so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off.
go back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.